Hey y'all, I'm going to try and answer some questions today. I keep getting asked on the website, how big a fish can you land on your 2-weight Euro-nymph rod? And I would answer that by saying you really just need to have really good technique and setup. But we're going to try and demonstrate today a little bit and see how this goes. So today I'm going to be fishing with my Moonshine Epiphany 2-weight 10-foot rod. This is the original series. They just came out with a updated series that's a little bit more expensive. The new 2-weight's 10-foot 4 inches. I've actually ordered it but haven't gotten it in yet, so I'm really anxious to give that a try. So we're here on one of my favorite streams, and we're going to be trying to catch some big fish today. So I'm going to try and set up like I'm going to be catching big fish. Now, on one on Delayed Harvest River, I'm going to set up a little bit differently just because I'm going to be catching mostly smaller stock fish. But if I might have the opportunity to hook into some bigger fish, I'm going to set up a little bit differently. Just as a setup in general, I've got about 25 feet of 8-pound chameleon line coming off my Euro-nymph line. That goes down to some 8-pound Rio 2-tone indicator, which goes to my tippet ring. And then from the tippet ring today, because I might be finding some bigger fish, I'm going to go with some 5X tippet, probably about 5 feet, and then down to my flies. Delayed Harvest Rivers, I'll sometimes be fishing 5X, but most of the time I'll be fishing 6X on the 2-weight. Again, very important to have fresh leader. I tie on new leader every day, sometimes change it out after a couple big fish. I like Trout Hunter leader. I've had really good success with it, very narrow diameter, and I do use fluorocarbon. For my flies today, I'm going to put on a couple of my favorite big fish flies. As you all know, I love soft tackle, so one of them is going to be a big soft tackle, and then the other one will be a weighted jig, a jig streamer, and we're going to really see if we can catch some big ones. So this is the upper fly. Big soft tackle, has a little fluorescent orange tail. And then this is going to be the jig streamer. Lance Egan kind of has this on his website as to how to tie this, but it's caught a ton of big fish here for me, so I'm going to stick with this morning and see. Again, if you're going for big fish, you have to set up just a little bit differently, and also, you know, you have to have a good drag on your reel in case you do get into a big fish, and you also have to have proper technique. We're not lifting the fish out of the water, so really whether you fish with a 2-weight, a 4-weight, or a 3-weight, you really should be able to handle just about any kind of size fish. It's really just a matter of how fast you can get them in and how much you can horse them on the way in, and how much you need to keep them out of tangles and logs and things like that. So this river doesn't have really a lot of tangles and logs, so I don't have to horse the fish. And right now it's early spring. The water temperatures are really down low. Oxygen levels should be good, so the fish shouldn't wear out from a little bit longer fight. Do I want to do this later in the summer when the water temperatures are up? No, I want to try and get that fish in a little bit faster, so I'm going to use a little bit heavier setup, maybe a little heavier rod to get those fish in a little bit faster, because I want those fish to be released in good condition. Let's go find some fish. Guys, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a big brown right there circulating around in that water. I just saw him take something off the surface, and of course I don't really have a dry fly setup, but that is a friggin' huge fish. I don't know. I almost now wish I had a dry dropper rig because of the way he just acted. I just saw him take something, kind of floated down, and he just went and picked it right off. Pretty friggin' exciting. Okay, so that's actually a small brown. It's not the big brown that I was looking for, but it's still a brown. It's probably going to spook the big one. All right, so just kind of rod tip down, let him run a little bit. He's going to spook that big one. God dang it. All right, let him go. So hand off the reel, unless you're reeling. Try and keep him above me because I got this waterfall behind me. There's the big one. Look at him go. Maybe he won't go far. I thought that was a whatchamacallit, a rainbow. Definitely a brown. And he looks like he took the soft tackle. Some little weeds over there, keep them out of there. And there's this branch here. I want to get this out of here. There he is, nice brown. All right, so just try and keep him turned all the time, fighting against his head. Wear him out a bit. I'm actually not in a bad place to land him here. Nice. I'm starting to tire out a bit. I don't want him going downriver though. I want him just swimming around in this pool. A little surprised he took the soft tackle, but he did. All right, now he's turning over. That's usually a good indication. You can see how long this takes on the light tackle. That's the reason you don't want to do this in the middle of the summer. I think he's finally coming up. Let's get the net ready. There he is. So that is a great fish, guys, by any standards. I love it when a plan comes together. Let's get him unhooked here. Man, he's got a bony mouth. Hard to do this with one hand. There he goes, okay. Flip it back on. So that fish is a good 20 inches, maybe more. Look at that, how pretty. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Great fight. Took several minutes. We're gonna let him go here though. So, 2-weight rod, 5-pound test. Great fight. Let me see if I can go get the big one. Whew, my hands are shaking. All right, my hands have stopped shaking. That was a great fish. I was going for the bigger one, but he didn't seem that interested. He seemed that, you know, he really wanted the didn't want the flies I had on, and so I went for the smaller fish. Thought it was a rainbow just the way it was swimming around, but it took right by that rock right there, right in front of me. I could see the take. I love it when that happens. Very exciting. But the rod easily handled that. I didn't have any issues. Just take your time, play the fish, keep your rod tip down, you know, unless they're really running hard. So I think I did pretty good on that. So I think I see the other big guy up there still. I'm going to try again, maybe change up flies and see if I can get him to take. Okay, so under the theory that if one jig fly is good, 2 is better, I'm going to be fishing a little double jig fly combination here. See what happens. See if we can get him to move on this at least. I haven't seen him move since I caught that other fish. But we'll see. Golly, right past him. Didn't want it. Try a little swing. Oh, I might have touched him. Oh, he's so big. Golly, he's big. Definitely doesn't seem to want this. He's weary of it now, man. Oh, there he goes. Downriver. Downriver to his normal little haunt. Okay, I think there's a good fish here. He came out and tried to get my fly, but he's right on this rock over here. I mean, that log over there. If I hook him, he's going to get in those branches and probably break off, but got to give it a try anyway. Boy, he came out right from underneath that. He came out right from underneath that log. See him anymore. Don't know where he went. Oh God, he chased it. There he is. I got him. Oh yeah. I got got him, I got him. Oh. Alright. Now unfortunately here, I do have a lot of sticks in the water and stuff, so I'm going to try him, keep him downriver here a little bit. Oh man, I don't want him really going up in there. I need to tighten my drag. Alright, tighten my drag. Oh, well, it's way too tight. That's better. He took the jig fly. Don't go up in that. I don't want him going up into that branch up there. Alright, it's another good brown. Boy, he hit that like a snook coming out of that branch over there. I gotta get some saws and cut that thing out of there one of these days. I like where he is right now. I just don't want him running too far. Man, don't go over there in that branch either. There's another stick over there. So again, lots of pressure on this fish. Trying to pull him out of the current here. Really like to get him to go into that quiet water right there. He's not ready. Whew. Beautiful brown though, man, beautiful brown. If I can get him just a little bit upstream of me here. No, don't go downstream, don't go downstream. I don't want him going downstream. Now this is not the ideal place to land him, but at least he's upstream of me. Don't go over that weeds over there either. Now's when I wish I had a buddy. Oh, there you go. Ah, God. All right. So that fish is a little bit bigger than the last one. And again, took the jig streamer. Whew, wow. Gotta go look at this one here. Let's get him over here. Keep him in the water a bit. Ah, that was a great fish. Really nice brown. Look at that. That's 22 inches there. So if you're look at that fish, guys. Wow, 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 wow. That's a beautiful fish. Let's get him going. Woo. Thank you, Mr. Fish. Wow, another great fish. And he came out, I swear it was just like snook fishing. I threw it up against that branch over there and he came zooming out and swiped at it a few times, missed it, and then that second time got in behind the branch and he came out and got it. And again, he took the jig fly, which has really been a great fly, catching some big fish. But the rod had no problem handling that fish. I think The problem was just, you know, trying to land them myself in the little bit of current here, keep them upriver and out of the snags. Wow, that was really fun. I'm almost ready for lunch, but the fish are biting. I got to keep going. So the other thing is today, really overcast day. I don't know if you can see that, and that's a good day for browns. When you can get some overcast like that, they're less spooky, and boy, it's fun to be able to see them come out and hit. Anyway, I didn't catch anything in the back of that pool, so we're gonna try flipping up in here and seeing if we can catch anything. There's a fish. Look at that. Oh, there's a bigger one chasing it. That's good to know. All right. So that's a standard fish there. Woo! Look at them go. Rainbows are totally different than browns. It's a feisty one. All right, let's get them in. So again, woo! Normally try and get them upriver from me. Get my net down. And just scoop them right in. And as soon as they come in, I let go of my line so I don't bend my rod tip more than needed. So that was a nice little rainbow. I saw a good one in there though. Let's see if we can get him. So this is kind of rainbow territory here. So we'll see what's in here, if anything. There's a fish. Shows you what I know, right? That could be another big brown, guys. Whoa. All right. Try and keep him upstream of me. That is a good fish, whatever it is. I'm gonna walk down. Try and find a place to land him. Unreal. All right, so can't believe, of course I said that was rainbow territory, right? And it shows you what I know. Another big brown. It's another 20-inch plus fish. I think they're getting bigger. Wow. Took the jig fly. He's not done. Pretty fish. Look at that, man. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's why it's nice to sometimes have a buddy with you to land these guys. It's one thing to hook them, it's another thing to try and land them. Oh, jeez. Oh, I gotta sit down. Oh, let's sit up here. Oh my God. Look how fat that one is. Holy crow. I can't even get my hand around him. He's so big. Keep him in the water. Wow. I can just barely get both hands around him. There he goes. Wow. This is turning out to be actually a pretty good day for a demonstration day. Well guys, I'll tell you, so far this has been the best big brown day that I've had almost ever. Usually I catch a lot of small little rainbows and stuff in here, a couple big rainbows, and it's rare to see the browns, but something's happening today and I don't know what it is, but they are really aggressive and they're in places I don't expect. Normally I see the browns in the back of these pools, kind of where they can rest. I don't expect them in the fast water, but there were two so far today that were sitting right in the fast water and obviously actively feeding. Hit the jig fly. I tell you, nothing's better. Nothing is better. So during that last fight, climbing over that little log over there, got my foot stuck in a little rock and of course delaminated my boot. Gonna make fishing a little bit hard, but I think I actually got a spare pair of boots in the car, believe it or not, so maybe I have a save. Okay, so I hobbled back to the car and actually did have a spare pair of boots in the car. Believe it or not, my good boots are drying at home because I'm planning on a trip with a friend down to the White River in Arkansas, and I wanted my boots to be nice and clean, not carrying any pests and things like that. So I had my backup boots, and the boots I'm wearing now are my boots that I give friends when they come along and join me. So anyway, I'm hoping that it's not the boots that are making the day good and that it's really the flies and the technique and all that, but we'll keep fishing and see what happens. There's a fish. Nice. So the other thing I do when I'm trying to play good sized fish, and this is not a huge fish, it's just a good size, is to get them on the reel so that it takes my hands out of it, plus I'm less likely to tangle my line. So I fight the fish from the reel, not stripping in if I can. Nice rainbow. So there's a pretty good sized rainbow. So again, ooh, he hammered that thing. Woo. Let's see if we can get that out. There he goes. The reason you do is barbless hooks. Okay, it's a nice rainbow, pretty colors. Look at him. Keep him in the water, very healthy. Let's get him released here. Whew. Come on, guy, get out of the net. I'll do it this way then. There you go. Nice. Took the jig fly. Always a good thing. Alright, so pretty good day, guys, overall. I didn't catch any more big browns. I got one more opportunity back down river. I left that really big one down there. We'll see, maybe I'll give it one more try. We'll see maybe here too if I can pick up another good sized rainbow or something. There's a fish. That's a little bitter fish there. Yes, sir. Again, get them on the reel. And try not to get them tangled in the trees. And then I'm going to walk them down here into the shallow. Rod tip down a little bit. Ooh, he is not happy. Shaking his head pretty good though. Saw him for a second. I don't really know how big he is, but he's probably a 18-19 inch fish here. And again, 2-weight, plenty of power. Plenty of power to handle this fish. I wish there were a little fighting butt though. My arm is getting tired. He's got nowhere to really go here, so pretty safe here. Another nice rainbow, a little bigger than the last one. Again, took the jig fly. Alright, let me see if I can back up here and give me some room to land them here. I keep looking around to make sure there's no trees that I'm going to get tangled in. Oh, I missed him. I got this rock in the way. Let me get him upriver of me here a bit. Back up a bit more. Here we go. There we go. Wow, there's a nice fish there. Wow, pretty colors. Really healthy looking. Alright, so that one's probably close to 20 inches there. That is a nice fish. Let's get him gone. Wow. Right in this big deep pool. The jig fly. I was going to start heading down river, but as long as I can still pull a big one in like that, I might try again. I'm editing out all the little fish, trying just to leave these big ones. Okay, flip. There's another good fish. That's a lively one there. Got him on my reel right away. Get rid of all the slack. Try and keep him out of the trees. Rod tip down. I'm trying to bring them out of that hole down there so I don't, if there's any other fish in there, I don't want to spook them. So let's get out here in the open, where I hopefully can land him a little bit again. So he's not as big, but he is really feisty. Woo! My drag may be a little bit loose, but I'd rather have it a little bit loose than a little tight. As long as it doesn't spool up on me. All right, now. That is one feisty fish. There he comes. Whew. So these jig streamers really are great for good sized fish. You get rid of all the little ones that you don't have to worry about catching too many little ones. Although I caught quite a few little ones today also, but there we go. Uh-oh. All right, let's go one more time. So I'm watching that indicator and seeing if it straightens any, like that. As soon as it straightens any, that's a fish. Oh, he's off. Oh, gentleman's release. It wasn't that great, big a fish. All right, let's try again. One more time. There's a fish. Look at that. It's another happy fish there. Let's get him down over here again. I got my drag a little tighter now, so not quite as big a fish, but still a pretty happy fish. There we go. Well, actually bigger fish than I thought. Probably 15 inch, something like that. So see if we can get him unhooked real quick. There we go. And we'll get him released. Wow, this is turning out to be an incredible day. I think the overcast really helped. I still want to get one more big brown, but boy, 3 big browns in the morning like that, I have never done that. 1 or 2, 1 brown, I'm happy. 3 is static. All right, all in all, an epic day. It might have been the boots. I didn't catch any more big browns in the afternoon. All of them were in the morning before my boots delaminated. But I did get into some nice big rainbows in the afternoon. I caught a lot of other smaller fish too. So I just wanted to say that, you know, these 2-weight Euro-nymph rods have plenty of backbone. The butt sections and the length of the rods protect the tippet. You can use relatively light tippet and still land big fish as long as you use proper technique and everything else. So don't be afraid of dropping down to a 2-weight. They're great if you're going to go with a micro leader. You know, like I said, I'm using an 8 pound, and you can even probably go a little bit less. They're really super sensitive. They allow you to cast a little bit farther away with no line sag on those micro leaders. So I'm all about the 2-weight. I can't wait till the new Moonshine rod comes. I was fishing the old version today. Obviously it worked great. I'm excited about seeing the new version. Should be here Tuesday or Wednesday next week. And I'll get it out here on the rivers and give it a try, and you can give you guys a review. But anyway, all for now. Have a great day. Tight lines.